true piece of information in a diagram. All right, so look at example 1. I don't want anybody to yell it out, but we should know what that symbol represents at this point. Don't yell anything out, but we should know what that symbol represents. Not only that, you should know what that word represents. Because I'm going to need you right now. Well, first, let's just do it right now. What's this symbol here again from last unit? Ooh, good job. That is the perpendicular symbol. All right, great. Do you remember what perpendicular meant? Don't tell me. Can you mark your diagram with something now? If I tell you AB and BC is perpendicular, you should be able to put a marking on your diagram showing me, hey, I know what that word means. I know what that word means. So that's your first job today. Look at what I give you and mark the diagram correctly. All right, and there is only one marking you can put on this diagram. And what is it? What are you guys putting on there?
Square.
Where? Tell me where.
B.
At angle B, right? So where AB and BC meet forms a right angle. So that's your first job for me today. Mark the diagram. Second job, write that in words for me. What you just did. Whoa. But I got a special way that you're going to do throughout the year to keep your thoughts organized. We're going to put your thoughts into 2 columns. Okay, we're going to put your thoughts into 2 columns. The first column is called the statements column.
I keep accidentally saying statement columns.
Statement column.
Yes.
Anything we put here has to be true. Has to be. And then over here is probably going to be the toughest part for you guys. You're going to have your reasons column, which tell me, how do you know that's true? Okay, so you're going to put statements that are always true and reasons why they're true. This is how we organize it. You're going to put statement number 1 first. It's the same every time. It's whatever I give you. Goes in statement number 1. We already know that's true. So the first statement, make it nice and easy, is whatever is given. So AB perpendicular to BC. That is always going to be your first statement.
So you don't have to write it out in words like we can write
No. I want the symbols now. Yeah.
Oh,
we can do abbreviate. I'm going to do a lot of shorthand here.
I thought
You're
that's
going to
what
like
you
it.
meant by writing it out.
Nope. Now, don't overthink it. How do I know this is true?
It says it.
I gave it to you. So what I'm going to write is given. It's true because I gave it to you.
Why does it smell like orange?
Sorry.
Not Riley. Why did I yell at Riley?
Riley.
Yeah, it's not my fault.
Yeah.
Okay? Now,
Time.
tell me what else is true. Based off of this, what did you guys just mark on your diagram?
Angle B or angle ABC is 90 degrees.
Okay, so here, ready? Statement. Angle. I'm just going to ABC is a. Now watch, you're going to start seeing my shorthand pop up, my abbreviations, which you can do as well. Is a right angle. Whatever I use, you can use. Please don't make up your own hieroglyphic, Egyptian hieroglyphic abbreviations.
Does right have to be capitalized? Because you capitalize the R. Or you just
No, I don't
Okay.
care. RT. Or if you want, you can write out the word right as well. I don't. Everyone agrees. True statement? Okay, here's what I got to work with you on. Why is it true? Why is angle ABC a right angle? Why did you decide to put the box at angle B? That's what I want to know here. Why? Because why, guys?
we know it's perfect.
You know
It's perpendicular.
the definition of, no, it's DEF, that's definition, just so everyone knows for me. Definition of perpendicular. All right,
That
definition.
sounds really sassy. Why? Because it's literally the definition of perpendicular.
One's a right angle, right?
Like,
Yep. Now, I don't need you to fall into this trap. If I said, hey, what else is true? Oh, well, I think BC and AB are congruent because they look like it. No, they're not.
then give it.
That reason, because it looks like it, will never fly in this class.
I said
Okay.
so.
Watch
Exactly.
me try to do that.
You will.
Wait a second. A and C are both congruent. Angle A and C. No, they're not. Not unless you're told. Okay, so don't keep going and assuming stuff that's not true. I don't think, is there anything else other than maybe angle B equals 90, but I don't need to get ridiculous. So is everybody good? That's the only thing I can say. So we're going to recap. We can mark our diagram.
Yep.
Then we're going to put it into our statements and reasons to keep it organized. All right? Yes, go ahead.
Could we, instead of saying ABC is a right angle, could we just say ABC is 90 degrees? Like we do one or the other?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, one doesn't make you great. So let's go to another one. And what you're going to start to see, vocabulary terms are going to start to pop up. Do you remember what they mean or not? Look at the givens here. BD. Oh, what vocabulary term just popped up there?
Bisector.
Ooh, do we remember what? See, we got to know our vocab. Got to know it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Can you mark anything on the diagram? True. Go ahead if you think you can. BD is the bisector of angle ABC. There should be markings you can put on your diagram that show me you know what bisector means. I'm hoping we're not putting hash marks on it. Right? Because rays can't be congruent.
I mean, they're always congruent. Infinite is, but they're all always infinite.
What do you guys put markings on? Jude, what do you put?
Marks on A, B, D, and D, B, C.
Okay.
That's a mouthful. Saying the angles.
We should have those there. Again, if I don't know what bisector means, I don't know what to do. Right? I don't think there's any other markings you could put on, so let's write everything down now. Let's go to our statements and reasons.
Like a shorthand way for bisector, like BI. Or...
No, sorry. People have said, why can't I just do BIS? Well, it could be Bisquick. There you go.
What? BS.
Bisquick.
I'm sorry, we don't have one for bisector. Right?
BT, bisector.
I have a lot of abbreviations, so.
We were all thinking.
Thank you for sharing my ideas.
Ow. What?
What did I do?
Remember, the given is always the first true statement we write down.
I have a question.
Sure, Colin.
Is that knee?
What?
Right there. It says BD is knee bisector.
V. I combine my T and my H a lot.
Sorry.
V bisect. All I did was copy the given. Next, Jude.
ABD and angle ABD and angle B or DBC.
Got this.
Equal tilde.
Congruent.
Yeah,
Right.
which is just
Congruent. Yep.
just like saying out
So the
loud.
next statement is what you marked on your diagram. Angle ABD congruent to angle DBC. Oh, here we go.
Ew, what's that line?
That's our congruent symbol, right? Something we learned in Unit 1. I know we didn't use it much, but that's our congruent symbol. How did we know? How did you guys know to put the arc marks there? What told you?
Bisector.
Bisector. Definition of a bisector.
So is the too many reasons really just given in definition?
No. No. We will use something today that doesn't start with definition of.
No, it's that's like that. I mean,
Oh, I'm not done either. I want to put one more true fact. I don't expect you guys to know it. And I'm going to show you this because I know it's coming up on Monday. We're going to need this. All right, so let me show you.
It's like a party.
Use the vertex.
Let me show you. Ready? And I think you guys can help me. I'm going to take angle ABD, say it's equal to, I'm going to leave a blank because I want you to fill in that blank to make this statement true. I'm comparing ABD to the whole angle ABC.
Oh, like 2 times.
2 times?
Yes.
2 times the big angle?
Yes.
Half the big
Yeah,
angle.
not 2 times, right? I don't want to double the big angle because I get a bigger angle. So I want a, and why'd you get, this is going to answer my question when I write down the reason. Why did you guys pick half? Why didn't you pick quarter, third, eighth, fifth? Why'd you pick half? What up here told you?
The arc marks.
Oh, and
Oh, and bisector.
bisector means I cut something in half. There you go. So definition of bisector again. And can we also agree before we move on, instead of ABD, what else could I have had here? And it would also have been true. DB,
Oh, C.
DBC, right? The other
I
angle.
could also put
Okay.
DBA.
Yep.
That wasn't wrong with that one.
Any questions from you guys? How we're getting all this true information? You know your vocab, right? That's what's getting. You know your darn vocab.
Probably.
Oh, I'm so sad. So sad on number 3. Yeah, I know, I did it. So sad. Can you make one though? Sometimes you might have to make your own diagram quick. And mark it.
The line is not completely.
Given M is the midpoint of AB.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. How will you survive?
I won't.
Oh no, CD core.
That's not OCD is.
No way we just.
And whoa, I'm still looking on your papers for markings.
Oh.
We should have some markings on here. M is the midpoint, and we remember what midpoint means. Colin, markings and where?
Yeah, the little 2 lines.
Where?
And my B.
Yeah, the hash marks. Where should they go?
And here.
AM and BM are, and what's the hash marks telling me? They're congruent to each other, yes. All right, so.
You good, Colin? You're like.
Is there an abbreviation for statements and reasons, or to write out?
It's
the
okay.
Okay, here's,
I think I'm
look, Cameron asked a great question. It always comes up every year. You get tired of writing statements and reasons every time. If you want to do S and R on the homework and in your notes, that's fine. But I can tell you when it comes quiz and test time, I like everything written out.
It's already, yeah.
Okay, I like written it out. Yep.
Wow. On the homework, not on.
First statement, that's our givens.
Wait, so on the test we can do S and R?
No.
Okay.
Notes and homework, I'll let you do S. And even too, what kids do as well, because they get tired of writing down the given every time. If you want to do this in your notes or homework, but not tests, they just put an arrow there instead of writing it in. I'm not going to fight it. I understand why, but on the test, make sure you write it all out, and make sure you ask Miss Ryan when she gets back what she prefers. Also, you'll notice I abbreviated midpoint, MIDPT, if you want.
What is it called?
It's packed.
What's your second statement going to be? What did you mark on your diagram? Make sure we write the correct notation. That's my worry. AM and
And MD.
R. What am I going to put in between?
Equals
Tilde.
Yep.
Matilda?
Tilde.
So the chocolate
Is
The
it the only
tilde
thing you're
is the
remembering
squiggly line.
Matilda?
I love Matilda.
favorite part.
Of course it is.
Matilda is mid at best.
What?
What?
That is not my.
Who's your favorite then?
Wait, see, you
He carries the
he's in that movie?
Who's the dad?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, he is.
Definition of envelope.
Matilda isn't mid.
Why?
Depth of midpoint.
Yeah.
Definition of a midpoint. And I promise you that will end soon, okay? That we will not just put def of.
They're deaf. Oh, that's so sad. They get them from hearing aids.
Yes.
I'm going to write one more though.
Is it also another depot?
It will be, yes.
No.
But
Oh, I know what
it's based off of what we did in the last one.
one half.
You have to put. Oh wait, no, that just means measures. So half maybe.
A half again, right? Half. I just want you to get in the habit that I am still taking half. And that is also because of
Midpoint.
definition of a midpoint. Yep.
And the mark of the comma is the creator part of the person.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
I don't like the later one. It's just about one scene at a time.
It's just gonna be on repeat. It's gonna be a background. Yeah.
Okay, so far, you knew what to do because I gave you a vocab term, right? That bisector, midpoint, perpendicular. What happens, as in this last one we're going to do together, there is no vocab, but I still need
Yes, there
something from there.
Percept.
Not really a
I mean, vertex.
strong
Or
vocab,
not very
not a
vertical.
strong vocab word,
Vertical angle.
like bisect and,
Oh, sorry.
right? So let's just get this down here. Pretty simple. WR intersects.
You get really good at writing.
Yeah, told you guys.
Really good at spelling statements and reasons.
Told you guys a lot of writing this unit. All right, there is no strong vocabulary term for me to go by, but hey, I'll be honest, you have to look at that diagram and know something about that diagram is true. Just by the diagram. Two intersecting lines, that's it. Just by the diagram. From last unit, right? From last unit. There's actually two things you should be able to say here. Okay, two things. Jude, what do you have?
Angle WSL is congruent.
SWS.
SI, that's an I.
Yep.
I read it as an L. And angle ESR are congruent.
Stop. Don't say go any further. You are correct. Don't go any further. Okay, look at what Jude's saying up here. Saying these two
Oh, yeah.
are equal, right? Those two. You're adding words that aren't there, though, Colin. There's no midpoint here. Do not add in words that are not there. These are angles we talked about last unit. You just had your test on it. All right, many of you got that. All of you got that problem right. And also, those angles are. We have to notice this just by the diagram. So Jude, finish it. What type of angles are those?
Vertical.
They are vertical. And I will never tell you, look, I will never put anywhere that they're vertical. You have to recognize they're vertical. All right, we have to recognize that. You do not have to tell me either that they're vertical. You can go right to saying they're congruent. Angle WSE.
Can vertical be in the reasoning?
Congruent, hold on. Congruent to ISR. And also, and I think you'll like this,
No.
look, I'm not going to do a separate statement for the other pair. I'm just going to put them in the same statement because they're going to have the same reason why. So I'm going to say angle WSI congruent to its vertical angle ESR. Do we see that we got to see they're vertical? I'm never going to say, hey, these are vertical. You got to notice it, make them congruent. Now, here it is. This is not definition of vertical. This is not definition of vertical because the definition of a vertical angle is two opposite angles formed by intersecting lines. It has nothing to do with being congruent. I don't know if it's been so long, I know, but when we went in Unit 1, I gave you these things called theorems, which are facts. There was two of them. One was about vertical angles, and that was vertical.
Are always not supplemental.
Vertical angles are congruent. So that's what I want there. Okay, not definition of vertical. Can everyone see the vertical angles before I get to the other type of angles that are in this diagram?
Oh, I know.
There's one more thing you could tell me here other than vertical angles. Think you got it? You already went for vertical. Let's see if Cam's got it.
Angle WSE
Yep, this one right here.
plus angle WSI.
Okay, so everyone, I'm pointing to the two that she's talking about. Go ahead.
Or like they are supplementary or like equal 180.
Use supplementary. I don't want to say add to 180 because we have a word, supplementary.
Okay.
Does everyone see that? Now Cameron picked those two. Could I also put those two or those two or those two? Yes. Great job. So not only do I have vertical angles, I have supplementary angles up here. And yeah, we got to identify both just by the diagram. So I'm just going to put one. I don't want to put all. I think there's 4 pair up here. I'll only put one pair. And that was, what did you say again, Cameron? WSE, right?
WSE and WSI.
So WSE and angle WSI are, again, I don't want you guys to say adds to 180 because we actually have a term for that now. And that is, and you can abbreviate it SUPP.
So,
Yeah, so yeah, we got it.
So if this is on a test, this exact problem, would you want us to put all 4 pairs?
Tonight, I want you to write, no, I don't, no.
So not on a test or
So
anything?
tonight, I want you to write as much as you can.
Okay.
Okay? Because starting tomorrow, we're going to learn that I only need maybe one of them to help me out in a proof. Okay? Because we're going to start actual proofs tomorrow. Whoa, we didn't talk about the reason. Why is that true, that those 2 are supplementary?
Because we said so.
Oh.
Yeah, try writing that.
Straight
Yeah,
line.
try writing that in the reasons.
Straight line.
This should be.
It does form a straight line. But this was, I remember I gave you 2 theorems last unit. Vertical angles are congruent, and you might not remember. I know those angles are supplementary. We had another name for them. They were right next to each other.
Adjacent.
Yeah, keep going, and they formed a straight line.
Linear pairs.
Okay, we had it said linear pairs are supplementary. That's the reason here. Linear pairs are supplementary. And I'll let you know, for the remainder of the year, anytime you tell me angles are supplementary, 99.9% of the time, that's going to be your reason why they're supplementary. And I know many of you are thinking, what's the 0.1%? Given. They might be given to you. Okay? So if you ever say that angles are supplementary, that's going to be your reason. Here's my requirement for tonight before you get to the homework. I at least want one other statement other than the givens written down. Okay? Can you do more for me? Absolutely. But I do not want to see just the givens. At least give me another statement. All good? And remember, there's no homework answers this unit, so you're on your own here. And we'll discuss what you wrote tomorrow. So, wow, we have plenty of time here.
I'm just letting you
We
know.
still have
schedule
18
on it?
minutes. What?
Is there
You like that? Yeah, that's what I did. That's how I check. I still can't remember when anything ends, except 2:07 at the end of the day.
Yeah, me too.
I remember